What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, back here today with some more live commentary, and I'm going to again just not touch anything on the hero selection screen. I'd really rather not play Sir Galahad, but I'm curious if this will just default to the Fates, because we're 2 for 2 so far on finding free heroes by not selecting anything here. So I'm curious if that will go 3 for 3, and honestly, I like the Fates a lot, so I will not feel too bad if we have to play with the Fates. This is my third game of the season. We've got a first place and a second place. Sorry to spoil my last two videos if you're watching them out of order, but those are still fun games to watch, I think. Even though yesterday I think the wheels fell off a little bit, maybe got a little bit distracted, I'll try to tighten that up today, and it is the Fates. So that's definitely interesting to note that it might just be that you get the free hero. I thought that that wasn't it, but maybe they've changed that recently. But either way, we are rolling with the Fates, and I don't hate Kitty Cut Purse. I also don't hate that, you know what, let's go Genie's Wish. That gives me free roll, and then I'll roll and lock onto Polywoggle. That's fine, that's fine. I'm more than happy to lock onto Polywoggle here. I was thinking about Kitty Cut Purse. I was thinking about the Labyrinth Minotaur that was in the shop alongside Kitty Cut Purse. But I'm more than happy to pick up Frog Prince, and then I will go for another free roll, and then I suppose we'll lock on to a Kitty Cut Purse and a Bossy. Not particularly powerful units, but worth picking up for 1 gold each, I think, alongside that Polywoggle next turn. Well, it might not be a Polywoggle that we pick up next turn. If Polywoggle can slay here, kind of a long shot. Loki probably won their first combat. We can take a look here. Yes. So, kind of a long shot for Polywoggle to slay, but maybe we get fated to a tier 3 character. That won't be too shabby. Otherwise, I will just try to upgrade the Polywoggle on 3.0 and slay and grab a level 4 character. Loki styling on us there with the 4 glory. We're taking some damages, to be sure. And I might like Cindy plus free roll more than these two things. I think that's what I'm gonna go for here. Let's do this. Let's put my fated Polywoggle in the last attacking position. Was kind of trying to explain this concept the other day. I probably did well enough, but now that we've got some time here, 20 seconds to break it down, this is the Polywoggle that I'm fated to, if you're not familiar with how this interaction works. So if this Polywoggle slays, then I will be fated to a tier 3 character. Whereas this Polywoggle slays, then I just have a tier 3 character. But this individual card is my fated character. So just some technical stuff to note there. I put that Polywoggle in the last attacking position so that it is the least likely to slay, most likely to get attacked into. And then I can delay my Polywoggles to grab an upgraded tier 4 character this turn. So that's the plan. Now we'll pick up the Polywoggles. Now it doesn't matter which one's which. And from here, typically, I love to grab a treasure that will pump up the Polywoggle, basically in any capacity. I do see the Mix-a-Whizzle, and I also see the Secret Stash, and now I'm my gears are spinning here. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cycle this. I'm going to pick up the Golden Chicken, and I'm going to lock onto Mix-a-Whizzle. So now the plan here is slay with Polywoggle, lose the combat, Mix-a-Whizzle the Frog into an upgraded level 5 character, and then try to roll down for a True Love's Kiss to grab an upgraded tier 6 character on 3.0 using the extra gold from Secret Stash and Golden Chicken to do so. We'll see if it works. It is a lofty, lofty goal, but I kind of like the live commentary so that way you guys can at least hear the germs of these crazy ideas that I'm crafting. We do get the Polywoggle, we do lose the combat. Both of those things were pretty straightforward, I think. So let's see what we can do with this extra gold. Polywoggle is going to give us an Amy. Okay, not super exciting, which means I am more than happy to Mix-a-Whizzle it, and now I am more than happy to find that True Love's Kiss. I find XP. Let's find the True Love's Kiss. Okay, I don't want to go too wild for it. And I want to consider that we have an Amy if this fails, but boom, baby. There it is. An upgraded Hercules on 3.1. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Now what? Oh, that laugh is like almost maniacal, right? It is pure joy, pure bliss. Maybe a little bit of we about to give it to him. Just debating if I want to pick up Brave Princess here on 3.1 or if literally anything matters. I suppose I will though, just to see what we can do. Not going to worry about that. And I am for sure going to lock onto some XP. I was about to say that I would love to now purchase some XP now that we have the power. And we're also going to be activating Cindy next turn, as well as completing this tier 6 treasure right now. So we are just gangbusters. Yeah, this is insane. We've already won the lobby, potentially, but this is pretty gravy, baby. Now we get to follow that up with some XP. Might as well take a tier 7 treasure, right? Could be absolutely horrible, but I don't need a phoenix feather. Yeah, let's do this. Let's wish upon a star. That's going to give us the Cindy activation. So now Cindy's a 7/7. Wow, I actually don't care about any of these treasures. I really don't need XP, so I'm gonna skip. And I think I skip here so that way I can pick up Lucky for some additional econ. I think that's the play. Like, legitimately, I don't think there's any real chance of losing with a 53-53, so I'm just going to pick up Lucky and lock onto some more XP. Beautiful, beautiful. I was trying to think of beautiful in a different language. Like, I don't know. I think it's Italian, right? It's some word like buonissimo. I know I've got an audience from all over the world, so feel free to fill me in. But there's something in my brain that's telling me I'm supposed to say something like buonissimo here, but I don't know how to speak Italian. I know un poco español y English. That's it. But yeah, gangbusters here. Activated the Cindy. Have the Pandora's box cooking. Okay, maybe that's a reason not to backline the Brave Princess. We are going to crack my opponent's Humpty Dumpty here. They might not love that one. Oh, and I just realized, I don't know how long it took me to realize that names are right up here in the top of the screen, the top left-hand side. But there we go. There's the bonus XP. We also get the bonus gold, and we've got World Tree on 4.2. Okay, it's not even 4.2. This is 4.0, aka 5.0, aka we doing it. And this seems great. Polywoggle's also kind of cute because we can't really purchase the 9C Terror, though that's not true. I could sell 2 things to buy 9C Terror here, though this Polywoggle seems like an incredible long shot. I think like any synergy that we can pick up with World Tree will allow Polywoggle to slay. And what's good about that too is that Polywoggle will then slay into something that is relevant for us. I think all of that tracked. I think I just like cycle Happy Little Tree, or maybe I cycle Sherwood Sure Shot here and then pick up Polywoggle. Let's cycle the Sure Shot, pick up the Polywoggle. All of my characters are evil, so that's kind of fun. And I'm locking onto... I should just buy more XP. Yeah, I should just try to buy more XP next turn or the turn after that. That's a good use of my gold. I will say we don't actually have that much gold. Oh, Polywoggle can slay here. Oh, Polywoggle slaying, assuming... Oh, never mind. Never mind. We run out of characters to slay into. Fair enough. Fair enough. Them having first attack definitely hurt us. I think we only have like, yeah, 9 gold right now. We could True Love's Kiss the Hercules. That could be an incredible dip in power, though. So, you do have to at least think twice about that. I'm obviously tempted by a 53-53. Maybe we just crush the lobby with some insane monsters here. And by monsters, I just mean like hugely statted characters. Lancelot, kind of cool. Hi-Ho gives our whole team +1/+1, which is cute. I mean, we're going to activate Lancelot eventually, so we might as well take it. Question is, do we like sell Queen of Hearts and Cindy to pick up Lance? We could even activate Brave Princess and then activate Lance and grab another tier 7 treasure, which seems insane. I think we can probably get away with this. We just added another 53-53 to the board, so that's probably good enough. Now, do we backline something like this? Do we do something like this up in here? This could be fine. We don't really need Lancelot to slay. That's not the purpose of Lancelot. Lancelot is just going to get us a treasure once we pick up like a Lordy or an Ashwood Elm or something. But I'm not super concerned about the prospect of like slow growing this Lance here. Brave Princess is not going to find a target. That's okay though. Oh, it actually works out somewhat okay for it. None of this stuff matters. We're killing it here with our absolutely massive board right now. 9 damage and a 4 streak since we've gotten to this place. Now, this is the awkward turn. This is the turn where, yes, if we find XP, we're going to buy it. I guess something like Chupacabra could have been okay. We just skipped level 4 entirely. Heartwood Guardian, probably also a reasonable pickup, just in terms of something that is going to remain playable throughout. So that's kind of interesting. Could take Heartwood Guardian and Chupacabra just to grab 2 more characters here that will be slightly relevant once we level up. You know what else would be slightly relevant though? If we could find Court Wizard right now. So that's probably worth just rolling down for because that's just such a good character. Got Shard of the Ice Queen. Again, I'm a little bit hesitant to do so. So I think I'm not going to do that. Monster Book's fine. I guess Angry is like okay. Just go Angry Greedy. Not sold by it. I think I do like Reckless Wager. And then maybe I do just go for an Angry here. Just to get a little bit more stats. Make sure we win the Reckless Wager. This is an 8 streaking Loki. So they have not lost since... Well, they beat us too. But we are going to deliver them their first loss here, which is really nice. I think, let's actually not get ahead of ourselves. A ranged backline is really scary, and my characters are just kind of buffering here, using some buffer attacks. We get a tie. So no Reckless Wager gold to be found. It needed to be a little bit stronger, or not like be a little bit more stronger, but just not be this weak in the back line. This Brave Princess obviously not doing great things for us, but we do get to turn this around slightly here. I am just doing the math, and I believe the math is that I just have to sell off... Oh no, I've got to sell off more than that. So maybe I should have cast the spell this turn on the Hercules. Or, you know what, we're just going to sell 3 things. I think I'm just going to sell this and Evil Twin and other Hercules. I would like to keep the Polywoggle, but I think grabbing another tier 6 treasure is just the best thing that we can do with an Evil Twin. So that's what I'm going to go for. And I think I want to greed it. This is a little bit of a greedy play compared to some of the other options. Lancelot needs to slay right now, and Brave Princess needs to slay. I think I'm going to do it like this. And I think Lance can slay. Lance technically has to slay and stay, or we'll just get the treasure next turn, which is fine. I actually want to... Oh, yeah. I want to get the tier 3 treasure before I get the tier 5 treasure. So just in case, let's do it like this. I don't know what that trigger was. We saw an earthquake. Oh, that was just this being a tree. Oh, it's a double casted earthquake, so it takes out our Brave Princess. All right, that's annoying. Can Hercules still hold it down? It might be tough for Herc, though Lance is going to get the slay and stay. Again, maybe that's not like huge here, and we actually wind up getting a loss. I thought that we might, but now we get a tier 5 treasure, Staff of the Old Toad being the biggest one, Hand of Midas being the next best one after that. So I'll take Hand of Midas. And now there's no reason to Beauty's Influence because we are World Tree, so I won't worry about that. I will just roll and I suppose pick up an upgraded Ashwood Elm. Pretty good with Court Wizard, the Ashwood Elm. I am just eyeing up this additional Shoulder Fairy here, but it's like I don't know if I want to be in Shoulder Fairy, because we very well could. This is, as a reminder, 5.1. So we could probably just buy Shoulder Fairies and win the lobby. And that's probably the right call. But I think we can do sillier stuff than that. I'll backline the Brave Princess, I guess, so it doesn't get earthquaked. I think Hercules activates this turn, and I'll Dream. That seems really good. Let's Dream into Mask or Morgan, Mask or Morgan, Mask. We can do bigger things as the Mask. Morgan, we get a treasure immediately, though we're going to be getting another treasure from Hercules, so I'm not, like, super hurting for treasures right now. Hercules gets to go up to 100 attack from my Ashwood Elms. Maybe this... No, I think this lineup's fine here. And Brave Princess should be able to activate, except it doesn't have time to attack. So I'll just frontline Brave Princess next turn. Should be easy enough. Any more Evil Twins continue to activate, which is like pretty insane. Mimic Chest World Tree. I mean, feels like you have to go that route to potentially build into the Exodia comp. Ivory Owl does more for us right now, but I'm just going to try to Exodia. If we can Exodia 2 times in 3 games, that is like an incredible, incredible rate here. I see the Echo Wood, but I also see bigger ideas in my head. Let's Dream first, not Apocalypse. We could take Puffy. That's silly. Sure. I mean, Wonder Waddle when everything's an animal, but I just don't need to do that. And I don't want Apocalypse here, right? No, I won't go for Apocalypse. Okay. So I'm thinking like just playing the Puffy just to give the +1/+1 for future combats is silly. Probably not right, but I'll pick it up and then... I really want... Oh, I can't cast this. That was the reason not to cast my spell. I really want Court Wizard, Good Boys. Alright, I'll lock onto Court Wizard here. That is good enough. And I'm just going to play the Baby Puff Puff just for fun. I think the rest of my board is big enough for now, though. It's getting close. It's definitely getting close. We take out Mummy. That's a 2-for-1. Oh, the Mummy just barely can't clear. And then most of, like, Hercules can 2-for-1. Oh, wow. It actually did wind up completing on that. A bunch of range characters means that I think... Wow, okay, really, really close combat. Wind up grabbing a tie, and if we can just, you know... Well, we probably just want to play better starting now. I'm going to skip this treasure. I'm going to pick up the Court Wizard, and we're going to stop messing around here, people. Though if I find an Evil Twin, I will mess around with that. This Burning Beard is so big. But Good Boy's like fantastic. I don't need that. Okay, I think Lordy is big enough that I should take it. We can sell out of this. There is a Polywoggle here too, but I think that that is probably a little too silly, as well as the Puffy, I think is too silly. Let's Dream out, and Goldilocks seems quite good. We could King Midas, which would allow us to go kind of crazy. Not immediately. King Midas, though, turns off... Basically, it means that we have to find an evil twin to find our last treasure. So I think I'm just going to go... Excuse me, Goldilocks. I forgot that Goldilocks gives us 2 additional gold here. And then I'll just lock onto another Ashwood Elm. I think that that's okay, just because it builds into a potential treasure in the future. I think it's worth going for the Ashwood Elm here. Mummy, Dodge, Court Wizard, nice. And that should be enough to grab the win pretty easily here. Okay, so not a kill. We do have to start trying to kill people, and that is the reason to just go like Shoulder Fairies, so that way you get the kills as quick as possible. One other cool combo that you don't get to see too often, actually, is Ashwood Elm, World Tree, and Doom Breath, which I think is worth making use of here. And I'm just picking up this Ashwood Elm to be... Sorry, I'm just debating which characters I want in the front row. I'm picking up the Ashwood Elm to potentially build into a treasure, but I don't think it's worth going for the Empress Peas, because I really don't want to spend time supporting those. The Shoulder Fairies is actually technically bigger than playing Hercules, so I guess that we should play the Shoulder Fairies. That's a little bit silly. And I think that we don't need more attack. It could actually, you know what, just be good to do this. I don't hate, though, playing a small health creature in slot 4, just because that creature's or character is most likely to get attacked into and then give us an additional Court Wizard hit. So I think that this is probably right. You could switch these two, I suppose, but I think this is for the most part what you want to do. I guess I could replace one of these backline Ashwood Elms with a Hercules, but shouldn't matter too much. And now we finally get to have our revenge against Loki, and this one's not going to be terribly close here. They are going to take out a few of our things, but we're going to take them out and finally end their streak, as we are the streak master. We've picked up Goldilocks now. So, Court Wizard, another Court Wizard would be fantastic. Lobby's almost over, so we have very little time left to actually pull off an Exodia. Doom Breath to build into the treasure. I'm going to skip that for Ashwood Elm to finally complete Exodia. We don't quite get it, but now the question becomes, do we Phoenix Feather just to resummon Shoulder Fairies? Meh. Do we Spear of Achilles, which works well with Court Wizard and Mimic Chest? Meh. Phoenix Feather also works with Court Wizard, though, and Mimic Chest, and is probably just a pickup. I like Wand of Weirding, too, but let's just go Phoenix Feather. It's probably why I lost yesterday. I know part of the discussion was like centered around Embiggening Stone, that I should have gone, or I should have kept the Embiggening Stone longer. Realistically, if I just picked up a Phoenix Feather at some point, yeah, I kind of felt like that might happen. Then it was probably pretty dang tough for me to lose, but oh well. I'm going to pick up this Golden Chicken here. I'm just debating with this Oni Tyrant, and I don't really think that I need it. I guess there's Scam Abound. People are going to try to scam me, and Oni Tyrant is good against Scam because it helps to pump up the Court Wizard pretty heavily. I'm not going to worry about it, though. I think that like the next thing I want to add to this board is one more Court Wizard. Could even add another Doom Breath now, come to think of it, because it's just so dang good on this board. But you can see Court Wizard is also quite fantastic. There is the Mimic Chest Phoenix Feather kicking in. I should move the Shoulder Fairies later, so that way I can actually make use of the Mimic Chest. Just swap these two in the front row. And now we are on to the finals, assumedly. Nice. Okay, so what can we do with the finals? What's something? Can we do anything silly on the final turn? And that's going to be a part of something silly. Don't find anything there. Medusa don't impress me much. I actually think it would be funny to just play double Doom Breath if given the opportunity, just because if one doesn't work, then the second one does. Though how do you pass up a good boy? That one's tough. Oh wait, I just figured out how to play double Doom Breath. And I wanted to do something silly. Now Doom Breath is our highest attack character for the Phoenix Feather Mimic Chest. Yeah, that's awesome. And I think what we do to finish off the turn is slightly more stats on Good Boy. And then a Time Flies. Wait, do I want Time Flies? I have to think about this. Yes. Phoenix Feather has preference over Time Flies. Now, we might lose the Phoenix Feather because we are attacking first with the Doom Breath, or we'll lose the Mimic Chest aspect of it, but we won't just summon a Time Flies in its stead, so that's fine. We do still get the double Doom Breath activation to fully clear my opponent's comp. My opponent left with only a Medusa, but we are able to take it out and get the win in maybe my most impressive game ever. I gotta be honest, I felt like a little bit guilty that I was like committing to doing live commentary over this weekend just because I'm busy. I'm trying to put out a lot of content for Marvel Snap as well right now, and so I'll talk a little bit here now. This video is still probably pretty short. But yeah, I felt a little bit guilty because I was like, okay, well, I could, if I put some more time into the Storybook Brawl content, I could put out some better videos with like some really cool highlighted games. But it's just easier for me right now to do live commentary. And these have all been insane games. Like I said, I've only played 3 games this season. You guys have seen all of them. And they've all been bangers, I think. Yesterday we faltered a little bit, but still a really cool video. And this, one of the most powerful things that I've ever been able to do. We tried some unique things as well, and even got a little bit spicy at the end. So you really can't ask for more than that in a Storybook Brawl game. This had it all. Not quite Exodia, but still a fantastic comp. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is it's not... So I have like a backlog of like 30 games or so that are all, I think, like highlight worthy and could show up on the channel, and you can see how easily it is that I can make these crazy highlight games. But typically, I don't know, maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5 games, I'm able to do something that's pretty spectacular or fun enough that I think it's worth showing off. I just need a little bit of free time, and I'm busy this week and this weekend especially, to go through all of those videos and decide like what order you guys are going to see them in, and then to speed up the footage and think about what I want to say. I don't talk about this too much. Obviously, my live commentary games are mostly off the cuff, though I do think of some things that I want to say beforehand, like this. I wanted to kind of bring up this topic and thought about that beforehand, but in my post-commentary games, I'll kind of have like beats and different things that I want to talk about, and the first like 3 minutes of those is more or less fully scripted out. Sometimes with a little bit of off-the-cuff talking, and then I'll practice it and rehearse it even a few times. Just, part of that is, one, wanting to give you guys fun and interesting content. Another one is that I'm a perfectionist and have OCD, and for those reasons I'll start and stop. And one of the biggest things that I know is like totally silly, but it could be interesting sometime to just show. Sometimes I just spend 10 minutes trying to get the right "what is up, everybody?" And I'm like, no, my voice is too gravelly there. My voice is too loud. I'm too jerky. I'll do "what is up?" and I'll like do a big jerk, and I'm like, No, like it takes a lot to like make it look more natural. So there's a little peek behind the curtain, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this more off the cuff live commentary. It was definitely a crazy game. Just kind of winding down from it now as well, as this was, a really, really fantastic one. I don't have much more to say. I feel like this one is going to be a lot of fun to watch and watch back for myself as well. But for today, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lux Given. Peace.